What's going on YouTube? This is your girl Queen Zai coming at you today to do a video. For those of you new to my channel, welcome. For those of you returning, welcome back. I know it's been a few months since I've been able to record a video because I have had a lot going on. So I wanted to come to you guys and kind of, give you guys some updates. Again, let you know what's been going on with Queen's Eye. I'm so excited. I got some great news, so let's get in. So it's been a while since you guys have seen me or I made a video. I just kind of disappeared, but not really. I've been working on things, in your spiritual journey, you have to work on things. So you have to take time for yourself to do that. And if you guys know anything about being a social media influencer or a person that record videos on YouTube, it's usually not a easy task or a simple step. It is definitely very time consuming, and I don't even edit my videos. Imagine if I edited my videos, how much time I would really be taking. But anyway, so I just want to thank you guys for staying down on your journey. Thank you for staying down with me on my spiritual journey. I wanted to talk to you real quick about a few human things. It's not necessarily in the spiritual world, but of course everything can be related to spirit. So, one of the things that I've been working on is my manifestations, not just writing them down. When I first got into manifesting, one of the things that I was taught, I'm going to speak a little louder because I got some background noise coming that I can't shut up. So, we just going to keep recording because if I wait until I don't have no distractions, y'all would never get a video because that's just the way them demons work. Whenever trying to, get on your spiritual journey, you're gonna have distractions, and when distractions don't work, you're gonna face demons. So when them demons don't work, you just gotta keep moving. So, I want to talk to you guys what I was saying about, being on your spiritual journey and going through human things is because we still live in a human body. And with all the different things that's transpiring in the world, I feel as though it's my duty to come to you guys and really explain to you guys what you should be doing right now in the physical and in your spiritual world. So, in the spiritual world, you need to make sure you're spending time in nature, you're meditating so you can get the downloads, so you can get the upgrades that are going to be taking place. That's why you need to cleanse yourself. If you haven't been on a fast or some type of detox cleanse, you need to be cleansing the inside of your body. However you see fit, but cleaning definitely is required. So you can start picking up on the download, spending time in nature, meditating, staying away from so much worldly stuff. Stay off of the internet as much as possible if it's not about money. As far as entertainment, don't allow social media to be your entertainment. Pick up a book, read a book, listen to an audio book, do some crafts, do some drawings, write some, journal some. There's plenty of things you can do to not get consumed in the matrix of social media. Now, not saying social media is bad. I'm saying don't get consumed with it. Don't let it overtake you. Healthy social media is okay, if that's a word. Unhealthy, you're doing it for hours, you're not getting stuff done, you're not meeting goals. Now it's becoming a problem. Okay, so another part of being in the physical world is to stay focused. Stay, focused on what you have going on. You got enough naysayers, you got enough people going against you, you got enough people, gonna try to take you off your path, stay on your path. It don't matter if they don't like it. It ain't for them to like. It don't matter if, they will see something different for your life. It ain't their life to live. So keep living your life, but at the same time, don't allow so many interactions with what you got going on. Keep what you got going on silent, because if people know what you got going on, they know what to pray against. So keep what you got going on to yourself. That's one of the reasons why I had to detach from recording a lot of videos or recording videos, because I had a lot of stuff that I was doing, that I am doing, that I didn't want anyone to step in and play God or try to deter me or stop me. So write whatever you're trying to manifest down. Visualization. I think I was talking about that and then I got sidetracked. So we're going to loop back around to the visualizations of your manifestations. Okay, so it hasn't I'm sorry, I just got a text message distracting me. Sorry. It hasn't been that your manifestations aren't going to come to you, but they can come to you a lot faster if you practice visualization, if you see, feel, and believe in it. So what that means is, if I am thirsty and I am envisioning, closing my eyes or, getting into a meditative state, and I'm envisioning this cup of water, but I'm also not only envisioning the cup of water, I'm envisioning the type of cup, how much water is in the cup. Is the cup of water cold? The more detailed you can get into your visualizations, the better. Can you see, frost on the glass? Can you see ice in the cup? Is the ice newly put in there, or is it already melting because it's been sitting up? Is there, is the table white? Is the table black? Is the cup blue? The more descriptive you get in your visualizations, the more you're putting yourself there, and eventually your mind will not be able to tell the difference between what is real and what is not real, because you've been envisioning it so much into so many details, it will trick the mind. All right. So again, that's definitely one of the things that I have learned from doing my studies throughout this period where I haven't been making videos. The next thing is moving forward. The next thing is your finances. So, because I just talked about finances, that's why I'm talking. Manifestation. That's why I'm talking about finances. All right. So when you're looking at your money, like you don't have enough, you're looking at what you need. That is going to create more of what the problem is. The more you look at what you need, what you don't have, what you're trying to do, you're going to have more of that. You need to be looking for a solution. And then for that solution, once you come up with the solution that you would like, that's when you begin your visualizations. But with finances, make sure that if you are manifesting money, that you are being a good steward over your money, that you are saving your money, that you are doing right by your money. You are, being responsible with your money, because how can you expect for the universe to bring you money and you're not being responsible with your money? All right. So the next aspect into money and the responsibility of money is, we as spiritual people, we need to stop using magic spell work to fix or to temporarily fix, to bandage that we have financial mismanagement issues. There's no spell that can fix that. You have to actually exert some type of physical effort and intention that you want to do better with your money, and that you are going to do better with your money by doing better with your money. I'm not judging you. This is a no judgment zone. I'm just telling you, a part of your spiritual path is accountability, and that even means in your finances. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that just because you take accountability, you're going to be rich either. But what I'm saying is, it gives you more positive energy on the side of you getting the financial thing that you want. You think the universe is gonna make all of this room for you to get, manifest 5, 10, 15, $100,000, and then you blow it in a day or a week because you don't know how to manage and budget and live on a budget. So make sure you're doing that. All right. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is working on your credit. That's right. I know if you've been into any of the social media stuff, like I have seen, a lot of you guys are starting to see people post a lot of stuff about cryptocurrency and all the money shortages. And so people are trying to do things to bring in more money. Well, what I'm learning is that you can bring in more money by simply cleaning up your credit. Because once you have your credit established, then you can go get lines of credit and juggle those back and forth, hopefully successfully enough that you can level up and build increase. All right. But if you need immediate lines of credit, immediate money, then getting your credit together is a priority. What I've learned about the credit repair journey is that it can take you anywhere from up to 7 days, 2 weeks, all the way up to years to get stuff off of your credit report, and more on the years when you're not doing nothing about it. Okay. So if I was you guys, I want you guys to start looking at your credit scores, because even if this world was to go to a moneyless system, it will still be a process to that. They're not just going to flip off the dollar and turn on the crypto. It's going to be some type of transitioning point. So you still have time to build, because whatever they have, they're going to have to transfer it from what it is to what they're going to use, because people are not going to sit by and let them just cancel all the money they have and start over with zero. That's just not how it's going to go. I don't care how many warnings you give. Some people just ain't going to just, do that system the minute you say it. So they're going to have some type of transitioning point in order for it to be successful. So just know that. Now, I don't know shit about crypto. I got a little bit of crypto. I don't even think I got a whole crypto coin. I probably got $6 or $7, maybe even $10 in crypto. I've not invested a lot of my money into it because my ancestors really haven't guided me that way just yet. What they're guiding me to do is to go ahead, fix your credit, because the biggest thing right now that everybody is having a hard time with is, gas. Gas is so high that it's causing people to not be able to go to work. And those people that are able to go to work, they barely able to pay their rent or feed their kids. So when you get your credit together, now you can start to go and seek things that you need that you can leverage again for other things that you need. For an example, you get your credit together. Don't go and buy no motherfucking car because gas too goddamn high. You go and buy you a piece of real estate. Now, depending on how your credit is, what you got going on in your life, all right, you may have to actually get a piece of land with a house on it. That's not a problem. If you need a house, I'm telling you to buy a house. If you already have a house bought, you need to buy additional land, because you can leverage land for more things that you need. So if you ain't got the credit, you ain't got no savings account, you need to be working on building your credit so you can go ahead and get you some land, so you'll have some leverage, so you'll have a safe place to go if all hell broke loose. You wouldn't be caught up in the rat race of rent game, because the one thing that I know, you cannot take a mortgage out on raw land, period. You gotta buy it, cash out. So a lot of people, what you can do is you can buy properties with houses on them. Buy them with the intention to be investment property and stack your money. Don't touch what you don't need. You don't need a new outfit. You don't need to go to that goddamn baby shower. You don't need to go to that goddamn concert. You don't need to be doing none of the extras right now because you're preparing yourself for what is to come. But it's not going to be a long preparation. The faster you prepare and get what you need, the faster you can go back to living and doing what you want to do. It's only a temporary stoppage of the bullshit so you can get what you need. But you can leverage those properties. You can rent them out. The other thing, because rent is so high, right now you can find great fucking tenants that is willing to pay you fair market rent for your unit. Not what they jacked it up to. Will cover your mortgage and put money in your pocket, a residual income, a plus, and not still be paying $1,800-$1,900 for a studio apartment is what I'm saying. Because what we're seeing is they have jacked the rent up so high that a lot of these big major apartment complexes have a lot of vacant apartments because they're refusing to bend. So if you've been under them, you may be able, and of course check their references and stuff, but you may be able to land a really good tenant right now that needs a decent place and needs reasonable rent, because you're not looking to get rich off of this property. You're looking to make enough money off of this property to buy you some land off this property so you have something to leverage, because again, the dollar ain't as much value as the land. So you can go and get all the high rent you want and have all of those dollars and gotta wait for the conversion of converting that to whatever new currency. You ain't got to convert shit with land. It's yours. Whatever the currency they're using, you can sell it for that. So that's the reason for you being able to, stop what you're doing and get you some investment properties to leverage. The next thing, especially if you're melanated or African American, now if all of us go and get some investment properties, now we got community. Because see, a lot of our communities are being sold to other race investors, Asians, Mexicans, white folks, German folks, anybody, whole businesses. It's corporations out here that are owning residential houses and renting them out, and you'll never know because your landlord is a property management company. So think about ways that you can get things that you can sell. Everybody's saying buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. That makes you a target. I'm telling you to buy things that people cannot target you like that for. People can't run up on you with a gun and just steal your land because of all of the paperwork that's attached to it. It just don't happen like that no more. That's a guarantee. That's almost a damn guarantee. Now, once you get your land, you don't want nothing on it, because you want to be able to start you a garden big enough to feed the people in your household for at least 6 months to 2 years. You want to have enough seed to last you that long. Even if a disaster comes, you want to have enough food stored up. You want to start this process before you need the food, because you'll die before the food start to produce otherwise. So you want to go ahead and start your garden. You want to have a especially if you can't get, like it's hard to get to the land, you want to establish some type of water collection system or some type of irrigation system out there to make sure your crops are getting the proper water, the proper care. You want to protect your plants. You want to protect them. Not only you want to, let me tell you something. If you buy land, do not put your fucking garden in the front of your motherfucking yard. That is the prime place people are going to attack, is the front. You put it to the furthest backside of your property. That way you can kill a motherfucker or see a motherfucker before they ass get to your food supply. You want to protect your food from bugs, infestation, so do your research. This is not designed for us to be able to just solve it in one go, and that's the reason for us setting up a system and staying focused and getting the fucking work done. I'm not trying to fearmonger you. All I'm saying to you is, if you really want to be the spiritualist that can manifest whatever, you have to break free of the matrix. And that means to be able to sustain yourself so you don't need the matrix. That means you need to be able to feed yourself, house yourself, and finance yourself. So when we're talking about fixing our credit, this opens the door for us to be able to get leverage. Okay? Everybody want to look bling blingy and all this shit for social media, and I know I'm old, so bling bling is still a vocabulary I fucking use. Yes, I do. And I know everybody want to shine. And we're just in a position where the earth is ushering us to see that we have no protection except for what we protect for ourselves. Now, the other thing is, and if you are a philanthropist, if you are an earth angel, if you are a chosen one, you can't be selfish enough to only think of your family. So it's going to be things that you need to make sure that you do, because the universe is going to give you enough to take care of those who can't take care of themselves, because that's what the word says. You understand? So you're going to have enough for you and other people when you're a chosen one. But that's the point, because the chosen ones know how to distribute it the right way versus the ones that's not chosen. That's why the black people ain't never got nothing, because they wasn't chosen to be able to divvy up the wealth of this country. And so what they did was they thought selfishly. A chosen one, a spiritualist, is not a selfish thinking person. So they're going to look out for the community. That's why you see tarot readers reading for the community. That's why you see tarot readers out here doing spell work and, trying to get activated in the community. Not just to make their money, but to help people that can't help themselves, to help those that have been misled, to help wake up the ones that sleep. It's just not... I just want to manifest myself into a better reality and fuck the world. You still live basically in this world. So you want to be able to self-sustain yourself. Once you get that land and you start doing all that, now you can flip back if you want to, and you making money like that, buying rims, jewelry, clothes, vacations, because wow, you enjoying your life. That is over there building. That is over there developing and growing into something that you can use, because everybody know a watched pot don't cook. It don't boil. So watching the dirt and the seeds ain't gonna grow them plants no faster. So after you done laid your foundation, you can go and do some other stuff that you wanna really do. But I would say this: make sure you start with your food. Make sure you have some type of power source. Power sources are so important, because think of how much digital stuff you have right now in your house you can't fucking live without. TVs, radios, stereos, Bluetooth, laptops. I'm talking to y'all on my laptop. Blah, blah, blah. How many of you guys been doing everything digitally? Because when the power go out, you're going to need access. You're probably going to need access to all of those digital things. So make sure that you have some type of power source. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I've not been looking for generators or nothing like that, but maybe about 6 or 7 months ago, before the economy really was tanking, I was looking for generators and stuff for my RV, and that's when I found that they do have a few reasonable options that you can run a few appliances at the same time and not kill your power. They have some gas powered ones. They have some ones that you can charge. They even have the kind that you can hook up the solar panels to and it be your generator. However you want to do it, however fancy, make sure you have a power source. Make sure you have a fire source. Fire is for the food. Power is for lights and electricity. Again, power is for lights, electricity, electronics. Fire is for your food and keeping you warm if it came down to that. So make sure you got your fire. Make sure you got some type of water source. And that's why I recommend you doing a garden first, because the garden is going to open up for the food and the water and the land. Now, it's up to you if you decide to have weapons, if you're going to make your weapons, or blah, blah, blah. Have powerless tools. Go old school. Go to garage sales, go to the thrift stores, go to the pawn shops, get as many powerless tools as you can get, because you're gonna need to sustain yourself. You don't know if you may have to build you a permanent shelter on that land and there's no contractors around and no power. You never know, so you want to be prepared. You're going to at least have a hammer, a saw, maybe, I don't know about a screwdriver, but something to hold shit together. I don't know how all that works, so hey, you might need to start thinking long term. If there was no power, what would we do? And again, I'm not fear mongering you. We are spiritualists. We live in a physical body, but we are spiritual beings. So if we don't prepare, we're going to meet the fate that we don't want to meet, where there will be a lot of famine. There will be a lot of gnashing and crying, gnashing of the teeth and crying and all of this, because we didn't take our time and prepare, even though as spiritualists, we were warned before the masses was warned. Now that the masses is waking up to the warning, you still not going to prepare? Like, don't be a sitting duck. Just don't be a sitting duck. So, going back to our credit. Now, I am planning on starting a series on credit repair and the steps that I have taken and I am going through, and as I'm going through it, because just like with the spiritual world, I want you guys to build your credit scores up with me. Just like I want you to gain your spiritual knowledge with me. In order for me to do that, I have to, put information out there so we can be on one accord, And so with that being said, I want you guys to stay tuned, because I'm going to be making videos about credit repair. Not that I'm an expert, not that I done took a course, but in order for me to do it myself, I have been learning. And so since I'm learning, we can learn together. Maybe it's some things that you don't know. We can share information, okay? I probably will try to get into doing lives for the credit repair, so we can ask questions and answers section, because with these pre-made videos, it's not easy to do that way. All right. The next thing, I am coming out with a product where you will be able to, DIY fix your own credit, but it's not a course. The course will be the series that I do on it, and if they want access to that, then that is available. But other than that, that's going to be all that I do. I'm not trying to write a book about it, because that's really not my niche. I'm just having to do it because that's where I'm at in my life, where I need credit, and because I have negated to use it for so long, it's everything on it just might as well just either be good, whether it's good or bad. It's just old and nothing new on there. So I'm learning this whole credit game, and I don't know if you know, but it has been a journey, and it's almost exciting. It's almost exciting when I get alerts from the different credit bureaus and things like that. So in my personal life, I have gotten me a brick and mortar barbershop, and so now I'm working on trying to get everything together for it. But again, when you on your journey and your path and you feel like you one step ahead, or you feel like you only one step away, boom, there go 10 more steps that come in front of you. So it's one of those type of deals, but nevertheless, I'm gonna stay positive about the situation, about what the transitions that's going on in my life. So, other than that, that's all I'm gonna say about my personal life. Now, going back to, being on this spiritual path and the manifesting. Now, a lot of us been manifesting, being financially independent. And if we go and do like a lot of these, like how America started, buy us some raw land. Develop it ourselves. We built this country. We'll build it again. But this time for ourselves. Go develop you some land. But I do know this. Don't just go buying up land. Make sure it is for the purposes that you need it for. If you plan on living on it, eventually buying a house for it, make sure it is zoned for that. And if it is not zoned for that, make sure that you can get it zoned for that. Like, it's so many different ins and outs to making sure that you can do what you want to do, but do your research. You do your research before you get involved, of course. But again, that's with anything. Hopefully you ain't just step into the spiritual world without researching it first. So, now, the land, I promise you, that's the best way to go. Now, I came up on this land situation. Let me tell y'all a little story. We got time. So, I had an RV, and I was renovating it to make it a barber shop. And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I'm getting older. I don't really want to be in the service business no more. I'll do something like renovate it and make it into an Airbnb, which I could still do if I chose to. But the difference would be the barbershop wouldn't have any areas you could really live in. It'd be more like completely gutted. And then the Airbnb would have areas you can kind of like live in, sit in, you know, like a living room, dining room, and then like a bedroom. So it was something to live in. So it's like, well, Airbnb, shit, rent so high, it's a lot of people looking to, you know, rent these things out. So it's like, you know what, I'll just fix this RV up and rent it out. And I thought about it. I said, so I'm going to fix my RV up, rent it out, and still go pay rent to make another landlord rich. That's dumb as hell. That's just rental assistance, basically. So what I thought about, I was like, you know what? I can go get me some land and move the trailer, the RV, on the land. And because it is a temporary structure, I don't need no permits. Your taxes will still be low as if no buildings are out there. Now, it will, depending on if you decide to, you know, lay utility pipes or not, will determine if, you know, how much your property taxes for the year is. But if you can live off grid with not having laid pipes, power lines ran, you can live off a generator, you can live off of whatever, even better. You know, I'm seeing, you know, at RV parks, I want you to do your research. Drive around to your local RV park and see how many RVs people are living out of. And look at the cars that they're driving. They're not driving 1972 Pintos with the window half rolled up. They're not driving, you know, a 70s or 80 Gremlin. They're not driving 90s car. These people are driving very nice cars. They have very nice RVs. They're living a great lifestyle that's affordable, because rent and mortgages have went up so high. I was watching a video yesterday on probably YouTube. It was a short, whatever it was. It was either YouTube or TikTok, but it was a short video. And the lady was saying that she lives in New York. I don't know. I want to say it was Brooklyn. I'm going to go with Brooklyn. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But we're going to use Brooklyn. She said that in Brooklyn, New York, you know, they got those row houses with 3 or 4 floors, you know, for one house because they're so narrow and small because of so many, the population. She said that there are abandoned row houses, or however the houses are. I call them row houses because they're all connected, that need complete renovations. Like, they've been condemned and they still want $2.1 million for it. That's insane. And because the house is not foreclosed on, they can ask full price for it. A house can be condemned, but not foreclosed on. There is a difference. And I'm not no real estate agent. I just know a lot of fucking shit that I shouldn't know. But that's part of being a spiritualist. The spirit tells you things that's fucking true. I ain't gotta go Google it. You can go Google it. It's different. So, with that being said, imagine if that was your home, $2.1 million. Imagine what your property taxes look like. Imagine what the mortgage on that house would look like for you. Because in that house, that is a 2-earning household income with the average income, if I'm not mistaken, the average income was $53,000 a year. The household income, not 500,000, 53,000. So when you look at the prices of rent, the prices of mortgages, it's best for you to go ahead and start living a more minimal lifestyle so that you can have a lifestyle. You can blow it all night and not have shit when it go down. When the system goes down. Not like it's going to be an event. It could be an event. I have predicted an event happening. But hey, look. We ain't going to go there. Alright, we're going to stay on the topic. But imagine making those landlords that kind of money. So if they buy that house and they fix it up, they say they put $50,000 into fixing it up. Well, I ain't gonna say that because right now the price of everything has gone up. So let's say they put $150,000, $200,000 in that house, right, to fix it up. All right, what you think they're gonna charge you for a mortgage every month? $2,000? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Nah, buddy. You're gonna be paying like $15,000 to $30,000 a month in rent. Cause see, with y'all, again, understand how it sounds irreasonable. That's a lot of money in rent. Who can afford that? That's the point. Nobody can. That's why that house is still vacant at a $2 million price. That's the point that we're making. Because who can afford? Unless you're a celebrity, unless you own a multi-million-dollar court, $30,000 a month in rent. Some people don't make $30,000 a year. Some people ain't never even seen $30,000 written down on a check before. You understand? Like, it is legitimately insane what they're doing. But what they're trying to do is get rid of the working class. So you who go to your job every single day, you're not going to be able to afford gas eventually because the gas prices, they haven't regulated them. So what that means is, well, here in Georgia, they didn't regulate the gas. They took the tax off the goddamn gas. So if the price of the barrel goes up, you still only getting the gas tax off. You ain't saving very much. Matter of fact, you're only saving cents on the dollar. Cents on the dollar. I'm not talking about a whole dollar. Okay? But what they're doing is, when you get a mortgage, your mortgage is based on the price of the home, the percentage rate, the annual percentage rate that they charge you, that interest times 30. And then every month that you pay your bill, you're paying it down. You're basically paying the interest. And then only a little bit goes to the principal. And that's why a lot of credit repair people tell you to pay over the amount of the payment so you can hit that principal with no interest. Because once you paid your bill, everything else goes straight to the principal. It don't hit interest. It goes straight to the principal. Okay? The interest is on you paying your monthly payments in installments. That's not an installment payment. That's an extra payment. So it don't hit interest. It goes right to what it's supposed to hit. But that's what they tell you. So you get $150,000 home. When you sign your deed and mortgage papers, you're gonna see that price of that home is gonna say 400 and something thousand, and they're gonna have a whole breakdown. And when I had my home, we had our mortgage company sent us a coupon book. And so with this coupon book, every time you made a payment, you'll fill out this coupon book and it'll tell you what your balance is left. That's how I know. So they probably don't do it to that degree anymore, but that's what they do. But at least 60% of your monthly payment is going to interest. So because that's how they make their money. Because the person who owned the house got the money when you bought it, not the mortgage company. They wrote their ass a whole check and they said, boom, you out the way. They don't make installment payments on that purchase. They pay it out. That's why when you do your mortgage, they look and they make sure you know, like, this is only going on the price of your house. So if you want to pay your house off faster, you got to make payments in between payments. So that's how I know that. And hopefully, if you guys didn't know, hopefully I just gave you guys a real life tip and trick. But the whole point of the game is to leverage the game without using your own money. So the people who have the mentality, oh, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna get a side hustle, you're never gonna make it. I have been like that till now. I got it in me. I can work hard enough, and after working 12, 13 hours on most days for years, damn near all my working life, working multiple jobs, like, I ain't seen the whole $1 million all at one time in my bank account yet. So I know I'm not gonna get there like that. And I work for myself and I still ain't got there yet. So it's one of those things where it's like, you gotta be conscious of, you know, not only the visualization, but the doing it in real life. And that means cleaning up your credit. Because that mortgage company that give you that loan, they're going to be looking at how you do other shit in your life when it comes to your obligation. So you want to clean your credit up, and you want to start having a new look about yourself, even in the credit world. Like, look, go open up a bullshit ass, you know, if some people recommend a secure card, it's up to you. You can go get a store card. Just make sure they're reporting every month, and you make a small purchase. Don't go out there and max the motherfucking shit out the one day. All right? Go out there and make a small purchase. Now, it's people out there telling you all of this stuff on other tricks and trades in detail about that. I don't want to get into that. What I'm telling you is go make you a small purchase. Don't pay it before, pay it on its due date, so you got on-time payment. Then you make you an extra payment, right? Because now you paid your principal down. You make one more whole payment, all right? Then you, on that third whole payment, this is when you're gonna see them gonna give you, they may even we're gonna see a big jump in your credit score. But after you make 3 on-time payments, and see that extra payment count for more. If you can make 3 extra payments in between, even fucking better. But they're gonna look at you as, okay, so what they may do, that small credit card, they may, you know, they're gonna increase your credit limit, and see how you do with that. Repeat them same steps. Repeat them same exact steps. Boom, your credit score and your credit limit increased again. Now you can go get what we call another kind of line of credit, because they got different levels to the line of credit. All right, so you want to have, I think you're supposed to have 5 major lines of credit cards. Credit cards, a card loan, a house loan, a personal loan, and your student loans, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I'm not a credit repair person. This has just been what I've learned from me trying to do my own credit here in these last few months, okay? So establish the other ones. All right. Now with that car loan, I wouldn't even go with the car loan shit. I would get those and jump straight to the mortgage. I would get those and jump straight to the mortgage. And the reason being is because of gas prices. Unless you in the market and you need a car. A car right now with the gas prices as high as it is, it's not a wise credit investment. Unless you don't plan on driving that car and that car is only to make money off that car. Or that car can pay for itself. And not what you making it pay for itself. But they do have some apps and some businesses that, you can do stuff with your car and make money off your car, and you don't have to actually drive it like Uber and Lyft. Okay? So if you want to do that, you can do that too. But if that car is a liability, meaning you have to drive that car and you have to pay for that car out of your pocket, now is the time for us to be wiser and choose. You've been getting around in that little putt-putt. Get around in a little putt-putt. Go ahead and get you a house. Get that mortgage. Get that land. Because I would rather pull up to my house in a new car. I would rather get a house to pull up to in my new car. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I would get the house first, but it's up to you. Everybody's priorities are different. I would say just because we don't know when things are going to kick off, you don't want to wait to do the house thing last once you get your credit together. That's one of the first things you want to do, especially right now, because they see that they have jacked the price of the houses up so much. So they're jumping on people that's qualified. Once you get qualified, like, they fucking with you so that the house market don't tank. So that's why it's wise to jump in. But it's even better if you jump in and that mortgage is not a liability but an asset. And that's why I said rent it out. And if you do need someplace to stay, I advise you to maybe rent out a goddamn room. Rent out your rooms and you stay in one room. But at the end of the day, it needs to be an asset, not a liability. Because, again, this is land. This is a house. This house is on the land. So when you buy a house, you 9 times out of 10 buying the land that the house sits on. So, therefore, you want to make sure that you, my fingers fucking hurt from holding them like that so long. But you want to make sure that whatever credit investments that you make are actually assets and not liabilities. This is how you build to a good credit score with good payment history faster, is when other people paying it for you, not when you paying it for you. So that's why you want to make it a liability. Make it an asset, not a liability. Now, I will say this. On your spiritual journey, you're going to want to, keep the ball rolling in the direction in which you want to go. And that's why all of these things are important. All of these things help self-sustain you. So when you're self-sustained or you are stable, then you can spend time doing what you want to do, which could be spiritual shit or not. But when you are unstable, you have to keep your head down. You got to keep your foot to the road, to the grind. And so that's the reason for you doing this, so you can finally take a break, meditate, become one with the earth without all of that pressure built up on you. Because if you go out here trying to, buy a house to impress, Miss Jones, or to keep up with the Joneses, or whatever the case may be, you may actually, be a victim of whatever's getting ready to go on in society. Shout out to my grandma, whose last name was Jones, because Every time I hear that now, I think about her, which is crazy because I never met her. Which is crazy though. But anyway, so um, like I said, you guys, you gotta, you gotta definitely start coming up with some plans. Start learning how to cut back now. Start learning how to eat less. You know, because as expensive as things are going, it's kind of forcing a lot of people to be more spiritual than they had to be. A lot of people are spending more time outside because they don't want high light bills or they ain't got no house or whatever the reason is. Some of them out there meditating. But it's more people now, you know, buying candles and, you know, and doing this and doing that. And I know because I'm out here in the real world too. You know, I'm a spiritualist and I just know how much business I get. You know, so it's one of those things where it's like, oh, that feels so good. Oh my God. I don't know if you know. But cracking your neck is the business. Oh, when you get one of them deep pops, ah man, you feel the tension release off your brain. Like I just popped my neck, I felt that shit right up in here. It felt so good. But anyway, I say weaponize yourself, but you know, I don't want to talk about that too deep, because we all see what's going on in the world. But I would advise you, because of what's going on in the world, it's best you go ahead and do what you need to do and keep your mouth shut. Stop telling everybody what you're doing. Like, what I'm saying is, if you go get a nice little gun, okay, or whatever you want to get, you know, because it's up to you. Don't go out here telling motherfuckers shit. Don't be like, oh yeah, bro, come look at this new kid I got. Cause when it all break, when it all go down, and they feel like they the nigga that can take you out, they'll try to make you pray to get to that for their survival. So remember that. The less people know, the less they can do. Stop talking so damn much. But I will tell y'all to prepare. Because the people in the world, the people in the churches, they not preparing. It's the spiritual people that's out here trying to prepare and telling y'all to prepare. Because when the change of the guards come, those that were last now shall be first then. The first people to have some shit. Because we preparing now. So be smart. Don't take it for a game. Get the shit together. You're going to need your credit right now to get the land. So when everything shut down, you have what you need. You leverage yourself right now to get what you need for then. Otherwise, you're going to be falling into whatever they got for the people that need their ass. And that may or may not be a good thing. And that may or may not come with some extra shit that you may or may not want to do. That's all I'm saying. So think of the possibilities that you would like to see and focus on those. Ain't nothing wrong with having a good time, but stay focused on the goal. The goal is to get the land to self-sustain, because when it go down, because it's going to go down, because it's guaranteed to go down, because ain't no other time for it to go down but right now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, ain't no other time in this world that it would not be perfect for everything just to shut down and come to a halt. So we don't want to get caught up in that. We want to be prepared before. Now FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management, whatever the A is, authority, probably authority. My spirit guy said, yeah, it's authority. They say on their website that they recommend you get a 3-week supply for each individual in your home, enough to feed them for 3 weeks. So if they only giving you 3 weeks, you better have 3 months or 3 years worth of food, because they up to something. Because all the information they give us is tainted and connected to something else and meant something else and was about something else. So if they give you 3 weeks, you need to give yourself more time than what they giving everybody else. Because in them 3 weeks, that's enough time for them to transition to a martial law system. And that's a really quick system. So You bad, but you ain't beat a military motherfucker bad. Let's just be real. But if you ain't gotta go to them, they ain't allowed to just come on your property like that. It's private fucking property. Post those signs. Violators will be shot. I wouldn't post that, but I will let them know. But I'm not with it. Private property. I don't even want the police over here. Private property mean, and I get me a sign that say that fucking shit. I'm gonna look for a sign that say that shit. I'm gonna make me a sign that say that shit. Private property means no police, no government agencies, no city agencies, no county agencies, unless given or granted and expressed in written permission, or you will be shot. Makes sense to me. But I digress. So make sure you guys are getting everything together. Don't just work on trying to manifest the $1 million. Work on manifesting everything to what you want it to be, because your life consists of more than one aspect. So get all the aspects that you need to get them shits together. Fuck what people talking about. Fuck what's going on in the world. Fuck who don't like you. Fuck who talking bad about you. Fuck who wanna fuck with you. Fuck everybody and everything. Focus on the goal. Because if you get distracted, you could very well have to be one of these people that's gonna have to go down here and get a shot, a chip, comply with the government, doing something you don't want to do, being kidnapped. They talk about concentration camps and all kind of shit. So yeah, I'm good on that. So I just recommend y'all start preparing now, you know. And if you don't know how to grow food, look, I had just seen it. What the fuck is that? It's not in here right this second. I didn't put it up, but I got a box right over there in that corner with all my spiritual stuff. And I went to Dollar Tree months ago. In Dollar Tree, and this was right when springtime was coming in. Dollar Tree had heirloom seeds, which they say is GMOs. Okay, they had heirloom seeds, 2 packs for $1, and they had fruits, vegetables, all kind of shit. Stock up on that stuff. You understand? Now is the time. Why you got the little extra money? The Dollar Tree. Now this was before the Dollar Tree went to $1.25. Okay. I went to Dollar General. They had a bunch of seed packets. Get as many as you have, because what if you buy 1 packet of the shit? Oh, this would be good for 3 years. I don't eat it like that. What if that seed don't germinate? What if it don't produce and you got to start all over again? What if you like what you had produced and you want more, but you got to ration out your seeds because you only got a 1 pack? Get enough seeds to last you a few years, because yeah, some seeds yield big harvests, some don't. And so you want to be able to sustain yourself without a grocery store. All right, get used to not eating as much meat, because unless you are an avid hunter, okay, if the power and shit go down, you ain't gonna be getting meat like that. Who gonna kill it and skin it for you? You learn that skill? Because, I mean, if you learn that skill, you can try it out. That'll be the time to try it out. But, I mean, if you didn't, how you going to be getting all the fried wings and this, that. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I've been vegan for so long. And when I moved, I hit a low. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I hit a low. And what I mean by a low, restaurant every damn day, damn near every meal. I'm having to force myself to eat, you know, but my body's still craving the vegetables. But it's like I was always on the go, you know. I'm on the chill right now, but I was always on the go, so it's like I gotta grab something to eat. I don't feel like sitting in no long ass line. I don't feel like going inside to go grab them. Let me just grab something in the drive-through. You know, usually it be crap burgers, because, you know, you pay for a salad at most of these restaurants. I mean, you might as well got a burger because the salad's so small you need 2 or 3 of them, and they the most expensive thing on the menu. So anyway, so I didn't go with the whole vegan type lifestyle, and I'm regretting it. And that's why I'm starting to detox again, because I did go through a detox, got colonics and all, and then started back with the meat, and oh my god, the red meat on top of that. So I am gonna have to start back over cleansing, but again, we're all human, I'm slouching because this chain ain't got no back, and it's doing numbers on my back, like goodness. But like I said, we don't really, consider these things. But the spirit guides have been just keep putting me on this, about being more conscious of the shift that's taking place in the world, and how, because we're finding out so much information, we should have naturally wanted to gravitate towards, us not having them producing our food, because we can't really trust them. We can't trust them, so we can't trust their products. We can't trust their recommendations. We can't trust their testing. We can't trust their results. Like, it's always slated, and we don't know that. They're like, it's like a false positive or a false negative or a positive negative. I don't fucking know what the scientific terminology is, but they're always doing this magician shit where you say this shit good for us, and then a few months down the line, few years down the line, we dying of cancer. Like, where the fuck did that shit come from if this was so healthy? Like, they're always doing things in society to help kill us off, because they made us and they trained us to be the type of people that constantly multiply. And we multiply with beyond our means. And it's only a matter of time before planet Earth decides that she's sick of our shit. And then on top of, the weight that we've put on this world, with all of the bodies that we've added, we've mowed her down, we've chopped her up, we smogged her out, we've littered her and polluted her, and disrespect her nature, we kill off. I mean, we take over everything. We won't let nothing of hers thrive without us in putting our goddamn hands on it. And just like any other parent, Mother Earth is sick of our shit, and she's getting ready to shake us. Mother Earth is getting ready to shake her body. And once her body shakes, there's a lot of shit gonna change in this earth. Look, we already done got a different sun. The changing of the guards, we already got a different sun. They ain't talking about a new moon, but I know every month we get a new moon. So that means that either our moon is changing or we got that many more moons to go through. So no, we're gonna run out. It's getting to the point where something's about to happen with the earth, and it's just, you can tell by the activity of the people on the earth. Look at what we're doing. We're constantly in battle. Where are we getting this energy from? Our energy field is underneath our feet, and that's earth. She is aggravated, and it's coming out through us in just a little while now. She is gonna step up and say, you know what? Hello, I'm Mother Earth. Let me get y'all motherfuckers right on together. Oh, boom, boom, boom. And that's why, even with how we got this new sun, it's because our bodies are changing. And a lot of people talking about how our bodies are turning into more crystallized, like if you look at your skin a little bit, you see more crystals than you've seen before and stuff, because we're actually having body upgrades. And that's why I was saying detox, to get the mental downloads, so you'll know what's going on with your body's upgrades. You gotta know. It just gotta work together. What goes down must come up, or whatever the case is. Up and down, they go together, left and right. So we gotta put things together in our life and in our perspective to help us go through this transition. That's why we are the chosen ones. That's why we chose to start honoring nature, to start honoring spirits more, to get the advanced messages, to salvage as many humans as we can. Because guess what? There is a part of us that is designed to salvage the human being, because that's what we are a part of. So we have to be a part of that. We have to play our role in spirit and in physical. So just remember that. And I'm gonna get off of this line because it's been a while. I've been on here for over an hour because I just haven't talked to you guys in so long, dropped no nuggets. I miss you guys. I love you guys. I hope all is well with you guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Click that notification bell. Peace, light, and love. Till the next time.